access.
This is The Spot. The Spot with your host, Prophet Pete and DJ Shawn Recognize.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's going on, y'all? You already know it's your boy. The girl called me her candle because she always loved to blow me out. You heard? It's your boy Pete from the city that never sleeps. And I got my mans with me.
And you know, of course, his partner in crime. I call your girl Tattletale because every time we're alone, she lets the cat out of the bag. Shawn Recognize. What's up, world?
What up, world? Yo, it is Thursday. It is the Thursday after Valentine's Day, Super Bowl weekend. Like, a lot of things going on. But let's start off by talking about that legendary history was made for
Halftime
Super
show.
Bowl weekend. That halftime show. One thing that stood out to me, though, I swear to you, I was like, show went on, and I'm watching what's going on during the show. And I'm like, there's a lot of people there that are like, what is this world coming to? Right?
Yep.
For the halftime show, right? Because it was like, what is this? We had Crip walking. We had Bloods and Crips running the stage. We had gangsters in the building. Like, it was everything that represented hip hop. Everything that represented hip hop. And it was great to see it in that magnitude, because we all know the Super Bowl is one of those things that it doesn't matter where you are with, doesn't matter. People sit down and watch it. Half the time you watch the shit for the commercials that play, because that used to be the other attraction for the Super Bowl. Bowl week, the commercials, right? You had the Budweiser commercials, you had all those commercials that were just like super duper hilarious and funny.
Yeah.
The surprise was
well, there were a lot of mixed reviews, man. You know, a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of us enjoyed it. Of course, there was some that, found fault with it and, were very critical about some of the performances or some of the visuals or whatever the case may be. Like, for instance, some people were kind of making a light of the fact that Snoop was hitting the joint right before he went on stage. But I mean, number one, you're in California. It is legal there. Okay, hello. I'm saying second, it is Snoop Dogg. I mean, come on, you feel me? Third, it's not an indoor venue. It is outside. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, anything to try and tarnish the beautiful performance that I thought went down, man. I mean, I thought it was one of the best halftime shows ever in history. It's definitely going down in history. I think everybody did their thing. Mary J completely smashed her performance. I think Dre and Snoop look like they never missed a step. You know what I'm saying? The transitions. Transitions, 50 Cent still hanging from the fucking ceiling doing in the club. People were criticizing him. I'm sure they were making memes about him, being overweight and stuff like that. He even reposted something. That's how good they were. What's the cat name from D12? The heavy set boy.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I can't think his name right now. My bad, homie, if you're listening. Shit. I can't believe I'm forgetting the kid's name. Anyway, well, that dude, they had that dude hanging from the the ceiling like 50 Cent, and they was making memes out of it. Yo, that was the best one I saw.
Yo, but
yeah, there was some hate. There was some people, and some of it came from our people. Some of them was like, "Oh my God, look at Mary J. When she get big like that, she must have had surgery done." Or, or look at the outfit, or just, people are always gonna find something to criticize. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it, a lot of times it is our people that are extra critical, and that type of shit gotta stop. People, you feel me? We gotta learn to back each other up, regardless.
But that's because of insecurities and self-hate. That's why a lot of that goes on.
There you go. Absolutely.
And I tell you, every minute of that halftime show, now that I have my moments, but I was like, oh shit, like this is cool. Like I couldn't pick out anything that was wrong.
Yeah.
I was just wondering how did they like come up with the concept, put it all together. Like
Well,
Dre walked up to the piano and he kicked
yeah,
dude off. He was like, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, yo,
yeah.
it's about to go down.
Well,
Because that's that.
they got people that they hire specifically to come up with show sets and ideas and everything, put it all to put it all together. They basically come in and say, hey, this is the song list, and this is how we want to put it together. And then somebody comes in and says, all right, well, we're gonna set it up like the designers and the people who are what I mean, do it every day. So they put it together very well. I even enjoyed the way that the set looked, like how they had it hooked up like a house, and then the different sections of people doing different things, and it was hot, man. It was very hot.
They had the 64 Impalas parked
Oh
outside.
man,
How the drop top, like it took it
yeah,
back, like it took it back to the like I really traveled in time
yeah.
because it reminded me where I was
When you
when
heard it,
songs was rocking. And
yeah, man,
you know, I was like, it's amazing. Even Eminem coming out. And when
yeah,
Eminem came out, it was like they kind of blew up a part of the house when he came
yeah.
out.
Oh, definitely, because then they felt the connection. Then
Right.
all of those
And it was
that yeah, the ones that weren't bopping already, they felt it when he came out. When they heard that there's a guitar. Once they hear that guitar, it's like, yeah, man.
yeah, groovy
You know
dude.
what I mean? Because how many other Super Bowls have we sat through with like some country band or heavy metal band that we even probably never even heard of, and they playing the whole, you know what I mean? We had to sit through I don't know how many of those. So hey, this is how the other half lives. You know what I'm saying? Get this hip hop in your life.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm not really trying to figure it out. I'm glad that it happened.
Yeah,
Still trying
and
to figure out what made him go that.
well, because Jay signed up with them with the NFL. He did that deal with them a few years back when
Right.
Colin first started kneeling, and they basically hired. I guess I don't know if I guess it's a permanent position. He's like a advisor or like an organizer and whatnot. He helps them determine the talent that they're going to use for the performances for the halftime shows and stuff like that. So that I'm sure he's been instrumental in making that happen. I know he has something to do with that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? He was right up there in the stands singing along with
Yeah.
Dre to the song that he wrote. You feel me? I thought that was very player. Kendrick Lamar also killed it.
Yo, Kendrick Lamar's performance. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
How did he get so many individuals that look like oh crap. David Banner with blonde
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, that was crazy, right?
That was like all of them looked like David Banner with blonde hair, and then it reminded me of the movie back in the days. Remember Meteor Man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where you
When
had
everybody had the
blondie. I
same.
was like, yo, how
Yeah,
did so it was definitely like a trip that I had watching it because it just reminded me of so many things of my childhood
yeah,
that was dope.
yeah. So of course the controversy was number one, they made Kendrick take out that line in the song All Right about Popo killing us, and they made him omit that line. So if you were paying attention, hip hop fans, that line wasn't in there. And then I think a line where Dre says something about we don't rock with police or something. I forget the exact word verbiage he uses, but I believe that was omitted as well. And then there was talk that Eminem was told not to kneel like he did, but he went and did it anyway. Now I don't know if that's true, but I do know that he chose to kneel, and everybody the next day I knew as soon as he did it, it was going to be a conversation piece for the rest of the week. You know, I think Giuliani said that Eminem needs to lead the country for getting down and kneeling, which just basically exposes his racism that much more. So shout a middle finger to you, Rudy. You know what I mean? You're trying to keep them boys off your ass right now because you was lined up with the rest of those chumps being a Trumpanzee. So now you're jammed. Enjoy your jelly.
Yo, but for real though, like, you know, and one thing I respect about, you know, what happened there is everybody, although it was censored to a point, right?
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
we all know that there was no way they was just gonna let it all the way rock.
right, 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 right.
They was gonna let it all the way rock, right?
Yeah.
If you like put it like this, if we gonna give you this bag, but if you say this, that
Hmm.
bag is going to disappear quicker than you even sign that piece of paper
But here's the
because
thing, though. Here's the thing, though. P Money. They don't get paid to perform at the Super Bowl.
they don't.
No, that's not. That's an unpaid gig right there. You're doing that simply off of the strength of exposure. Because I guarantee you, the next day, your phone is ringing off of the hook. You feel me?
But
Case in point, the um the video for what was the song? What was the song him and Dre did? For not California Love, the something else. Well, some other I forget the name of the video, but one of their videos hit 1 billion views after the
right,
Super Bowl.
right, and we already know that's a bag right there.
So
That's a bag.
yeah, that's money. That's money right there. So that's just one of many things that comes from doing a performance of that magnitude in front of that many eyeballs. You're definitely going to get it's gonna pay for itself in the long run. But
Yeah,
what I didn't know is that Dr. Dre personally, because all of those performers and the people to build the sets and all of that stuff, all of those people still got to get paid. You feel what
right.
I'm saying? So from what I understand, Dr. Dre took out $7 million of his own money and paid all of those people for that performance.
But
So
I'm gonna
you
tell you,
gotta throw him the fucking
yo,
salute for that one, boy.
yo, for real. But you already know, no lie, all the music that people didn't know, like Dre was in the news for whatever, the divorce, the whatever. You knew he was a producer. You knew that, but to hear one of those early on productions from Drake, because remember, right when we had when Dr. Dre started, Snoop wasn't it, Snoop. They was introduced to each other, but he wasn't signed to Aftermath.
Right.
He was Death Row all day.
Well, when Snoop, you talking about when Snoop first came out?
Yeah. We talking about like
He got his deal after the whole Death Row thing, took off. So yeah, I think he was Death Row from the start. Interscope, Death Row Interscope. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that's correct. I believe that's factually
right.
correct.
So when we talk about it, and if you ever seen, Straight Out of Compton,
Uh huh.
right? And they depicted that during
Right.
the actual movie. It was like, yo, here's Dre, boom, here's what we got going on. Easy was doing his thing. There was a whole situation, but they was brought together, and Dre was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do this, but I really don't want to do it, and then I'm gonna break off and go this way." And we
Uh
all
huh.
know how Suge is, but then for Snoop to own Death Row now, that's a whole like it's like full circle.
Yeah, in a way it is. Him starting basically spearheading the label because he was the star of the show. All the way up until and through when Pac got there. He added more, I guess, more energy, more momentum to the whole machine that was Death Row. But to do it and leave on bad terms, as he did, Dre same way. They all left Death Row unhappy.
Yeah,
To leave on bad terms, to see the label more or less fail, and then now to acquire it again and be able to make it what it should have been in the beginning, or continued in the beginning. Yeah, man, that must be an amazing feeling for Snoop, man, to be able to acquire that and now be able to get those artists that were, that he worked with and all of those people that were creators on those early projects. Now he can get them back and get them their, the rightful money that's probably owed to them, and they can eat and be, prosperous and everything, man. That's a blessing, man, to be able to do something like that. That's like a dream come true. And the
Yo,
piece and the new Death Row piece that he got on the chain is sick, by the way. Just want to throw that in there.
because if you ever looked at the Death Row label logo, it's somebody sitting in an electric chair like that.
Yeah.
That
Now it's Snoop Dogg's, his character, the dog character, sitting on that same chair, not shackled, but just sitting in the chair, rolling up. Yeah.
yo, what up, plug?
Plug in the building,
Yeah,
but not
man.
but not really though. I'm gonna
He
start saying
in
that.
the building,
When
but not in
Trez said that last week, I was like, oh, that's cold. I'm gonna start saying that shit.
the building.
In the
Yo,
building, but not really.
but remember when he used to come through when we was in the building, right? When we
Yeah,
was
yeah, on the
in
low, on the, you know what I'm saying? We can't
on the
say,
low.
can't talk about that too much, but yeah, he used to slide through there on the low sometimes
He
when he wasn't supposed
threw
to,
in
maybe,
there,
but,
you know.
you know, hanging out at the Spizzy. He knew it was popping. It was definitely going down there. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man. Location is everything, you know?
yo, the now let's talk about this all this crap that's going on that's in the news. We got situations where we got people getting off, people losing cases, all this racial stuff that's going on. We got
Oh my
this
goodness.
hidden agendas that's hidden in education, right? Because we have this education piece that they're trying to push this particular critical race theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Critical race theory. I think I said it right.
Yep.
Now we're going back to talking about these things that we all know happen, but we want to sweep them under the rug.
Well,
Under
we
the
don't, but they do.
but 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 the reason why this is their forward thinking, right? They
Yeah.
know that we have access to more information a lot faster,
Right.
right? In the past, it was, and if we go back, there's a reason why there was a lot of illiterate individuals, right? Because if
We were denied access.
right, we were denied access, we weren't able to educate ourselves. If we attempted to read anything, it was a problem. We would be punished, so they kept us away. Now
Or
there's
even
no
or even
control.
or even killed. You might even get killed if they found out you knew how to read or
So
or
it
talk
was
to them.
you was only supposed to say a couple of words like "What up, yes, master," and that was it. You couldn't even say "master" right
You were
because you
supposed
didn't
to
know
be
how to spell it.
you was just supposed to be cattle back then, you know what I mean? And that's what um the antiquated way of thinking is, you know what I mean? They still look at us as cattle, as just workhorses and um soulless beings, people without feeling, deep, something subhuman.
Right.
It's really the way that a lot of them look at us. You know what I mean? Sad to say, but it's a fact that our people really need to accept, man. Because we keep wanting to be um, integrated, and we just want to be accepted by them and included in everything. But it's like when you're a kid and you're in school. You know what I mean? And in school there's cliques, there's different cliques of kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to go hang with this clique, but the clique don't really rock with you like that. You know what I mean? They on some other stuff, and they not really. You may not really be on what they on, so they kind of like shun you in a way. And as a youth, as a kid, even a small child, you can kind of pick up on the vibe when people don't want you in their space. You know what I mean? Or they don't want you in their circle of friends. So you go and you find another clique, or you start your own clique, or whatever, however it works. But people just can't seem to wrap their heads around the fact that they don't want to include us. And by they, I mean those racists, I mean those antiquated thinkers who think that, we're a subpar or subhuman, or, a lower mental level, or, just animals, so to speak. You know what I mean? That way of thinking is the reason why the country is divided the way that it is, man. And I mean, it doesn't take much to determine if a person is a human being. I mean, you got 10 fingers, 10 toes. They bleed red. You know what I'm saying? They got to eat and shit, drink water, breathe air. Sounds like a human to me. Maybe they don't speak the same language you do. Maybe they don't pray the same way that you do. Maybe they don't pray at all. You know, maybe they like the same sex. Maybe they like, having sex with animals or rubber dolls or something like that. Whatever. That shouldn't be a deciding factor on whether or not you treat them um like less than a human. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
That's the fact. And you I don't know if you started watching Force, right?
Of course, we're gonna get into that definitely.
Okay, but just talking about just I don't want to get into it too much,
Right.
but as we're talking about it, right, and we're talking about the way we're treated different just because of the way that we look. There was a scene in the latest episode of Force that depicted just that. It
Yeah.
was old boy that just got out of jail, did 15 years. He's sitting in the car, Tommy doing what he doing.
Mm-hmm.
Cop pull up, yo,
License
he
registration.
got the gun waving already.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there, he's holding that steering wheel, but holding on to his life. Like he was literally holding because he
Because I
knew
don't
if
want to
he
move
moved,
my I don't want to move my hands because then you got an excuse to shoot me. Basically more or
right,
less what he was saying.
right. So he just held on to that steering wheel.
Yeah.
But do you see how the dynamics changed?
When Tommy showed up.
Tommy showed up. Now
Mm-hmm.
it was like brother, bro, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing. It was, oh, I know you. I feel comfortable with
I
your
can
skin
relax.
tone.
I can relax now. Exactly.
To
Exactly.
relax now. Yes, this is my car. And blah, blah, blah. Yo, run the place. I'm Tommy Egan and blah, blah, blah. And this, that, and the thing. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm out.
It's all grounded. The whole racism thing, with everyone, man. Anyone that's racist. The whole thing is grounded in fear. Fear breeds ignorance. You know what I mean? If you're scared of something, it's because you don't know anything about it. You feel me? If you don't know about it, then you automatically build a bias towards it. I'm not rocking with that. I don't know nothing about that. You feel me? So that's what the whole thing boils down to. It's a fear. It's fear. Then fear turns into ignorance. Ignorance turns into anger and violence. You know what I'm saying? And it just takes a little bit of communication to alleviate that fear, man. And we can all dwell. I ain't gonna say in harmony, but we can all dwell together. There's enough planet for all of us.
Right. So we got a question, right, from Stinky PL. She's asking, she said, Happy
What did you
Valentine's.
guys do for Valentine's Day? I
Right.
worked. I worked. I
I put
worked
in
for
some
Valentine's
work.
Day.
I,
Hey, all righty.
I
Yes,
didn't
sir.
work, but I put in some work.
Yes, sir.
That's what I did.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
Valentine's Day. Like I definitely had a great time. I was out in Tennessee and um it was pretty different. The
Yeah.
only reason why I knew that Trump was running again because they had the Confederate flags and they had the 2024 joints with the banners and all that. We
Oh yeah,
walked
they,
into
they
it.
definitely they definitely pumping it. I mean, even if he wasn't even if he wasn't gonna run, they're gonna pump it like he is running, They're gonna promote it like that, definitely.
But I gotta say, shout out to going different places. Just because skin tone is different. There are people out there that really don't treat you away because you look a certain way. Like there are people out there that are real genuine. Like we went out to go eat and we're sitting at this place. I can't remember the name of it. And we watched the halftime show, we sitting there chopping it up with the server of the restaurant. We having a good old time talking back and forth. He was telling me about stuff that I didn't know about weed and everything else. I was like, oh, okay, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that these things is going the way that they're going. And he was telling stories about certain things, and there are people out there, and I don't want people to get it twisted. There are individuals out there, no matter what color of their skin, that don't see you for what you look like on the outside, but they treat you as the individual that you present when you first meet them. If you're an asshole, they're going to they're gonna respond to you like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Not because you look a certain way, but there are people that do that. But
Implicit bias, just because, just because. And that's some pussy ass shit.
yeah. So let's get into, speaking of the Super Bowl, speaking of all that wonderful stuff, let's get into the new school joint of the day. And shout out to Pusha T. Shout out to, and we'll talk about it when we come back. But I noticed something, but we'll talk about that when we come back. Here we go, y'all. It's the spot, y'all.
The spot.
Tell him I need my bitch, she a rider. I got a shooter and I got a driver. They want that heat, I'm the only provider. Little back foreign bitch worth a 5, yo. Niggas know the vibe, that's worth a 5, yo. Beef, we bout to resolve, yo. Pull up on the up, do we have a problem? Hold up, shorty, hold up, bitch. Please don't touch me. Look at my fit, look at my ankles, look at my wrist. This one a pack, this one a brick, that one a op, that one a lick. This one for pop, this one for juice. I am the one, bitch, you a deuce. Niggas give it up in my city, really shed blood in my city. Get love in my city. Niggas will sun your whole set like it's around 6 clips. Whole team get flyer than round trips.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nikki and Lil Baby on that one.
And if you watched it, and this is all for promotional use, right? But promoing, there's a reason why we play 40 seconds of the song. But I will tell you that if you watch the whole video, it's a wild video.
Yeah.
Definitely a wild video. You don't even see the beginning you didn't see the beginning of the video. Like it was like a mini movie.
Yeah, it is. It is a very, very long intro.
Very long intro. You talking about 3-4 minutes, like of a whole thing. And what's going down is Nikki's about to pop off, and she's supposed to light up the baby, but it don't happen. And then it's wild. It's wild. Like she's a federal agent in the beginning of the movie. So you gotta go check out that video. Just make sure. But getting back to what I wanted to say before we even got into the new school joint of the day. I don't know if you noticed, but there were certain individuals that popped off before we even knew they was performing at the halftime show.
Right.
They dropped music. Right? Because even Mary dropped Rent Money.
Yeah. Very hot. Oh, and by the way, Mary stated that her and Dr. Dre are currently working on her next album. So that's big news right there.
That right there, freaking amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Because I just know whatever Mary does, and when people found out that this is us trying to pull our people down, right? When they found out Mary was gonna be performing at the halftime show of the Super Bowl,
yeah,
people were putting up, memes of, Mary's performance, the way she would do things, and it was like very energetic, and it was almost like when people at church and they catch the Holy Ghost, like that's the way Mary would flow through her shows, through her performances, and they would kind of make fun of it. But I'm like, yo, do you realize that Mary J. Blige always made music from her heart, all emotions? She sat there, and her performances plus her music touched you in ways that half the stuff you hear today, you don't even feel like that.
Man, Mary is the reason why a lot of these women got through a great deal of their relationships, because of Mary's music. You know what I'm saying? And she, I think it was Charlemagne that touched on that during her interview recently on Breakfast Club. Shout out to the whole Breakfast Club. He said that, do you kind of feel pressure to be going through something when you are, ready to deliver some music or to create some music in the studio? Like, do you go into the studio with that mentality? He said because it seems like the fans almost want you to be in a, going through something in order to give us that good music. He was like, do you, she was like, no. She was like, I just operate from the place that I'm at right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And just make good music. I mean, hey, she hasn't done us wrong yet, but yeah, it does seem like when Mary's going through some turmoil or a bad relationship, that's when we get the the best hits.
you get that. Like
I'm
the
not, you get the,
rent
I'm not
money.
gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. You get the 7 days. You get the be happy. You know what I mean? You get some. I'm going down. Songs like that. All of those big hits that the girls know all the lyrics to.
Yeah, for real. But
Yeah, man.
for those of you that haven't heard Rent Money yet and haven't and don't even know the background behind it,
Uh huh.
she wrote that, of course, writing something because of something she was going through,
Right.
right?
Absolutely.
It was, if you listen to it, and we got 40 seconds for you later today because it did make the top five. She she's speaking on the fact that when she got divorced and she had to pay alimony or palimony because it's palimony.
Uh huh.
Um, she had to give him money
Every
that he
month.
already spent.
Yeah.
He
Every.
spent the bread.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons why they got divorced. She
Basically
was
they said
working,
that he
he was
spent all
spending.
of the yeah he's spending all of the money, and she was making the money, of course, being the breadwinner. So when it was time for her to pay him his what was owed by the courts, uh all of the funds were exhausted. So she said she actually had to physically go out and go on tour to
Right.
make money to pay him with. And she said, it would be one thing if she was just doing it to do it. She said she loves to work and she don't have no problem working. She said, but for that, I'm doing this to do it to give you, you know what I mean? Like, just didn't
Because
feel
rent was
right.
due.
And the rent was due. Yeah. So she had to tour and work in order to pay him and to, pay her rent. Cause I'm quite sure her rent was, she ain't got rent like the rest of us. I'm quite sure.
Oh no, no, we ain't talking about $500 rent. We talking
Yeah.
about probably
Few
five
racks.
thousand.
Yeah. A few racks, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, something real
but
sick.
one thing I gotta say with for anyone that's a true Mary fan, right? And I know this is a hip hop show, but Mary kind of falls into both categories.
She's the
Uh,
queen of hip hop soul. You know what I mean? So,
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things that if you ever followed her, know her story, like I find her to be a very strong woman,
Yeah.
like very strong, right? The case, the JoJo, because it was her and JoJo at one time, right? Or Casey.
KC. KC.
It was Casey. All right, it wasn't JoJo, it was Casey, right?
Hmm.
And then everything else that followed. But if you notice, she ends up in a lot of situations that bring her pain. Not that she does it on purpose, it's just what ends up happening. But we
Powder.
do get wonderful music from Mary, and she's she's on Power,
Yes, sir.
plays her
Playing
role
play
crazy.
Monet.
Monet, she's a
Mm.
gangster. She's a gangster. She scares me on there. I know Mary, and then I know Monet.
Yeah, she said that role is good therapy for her because when she's on there, she can like take out her frustrations on the different characters and stuff like that. She says when she's shooting people, she feel like she's shooting the ops.
Yo,
So,
but
so
for real,
that's
it's
dope. That's real dope.
pretty amazing. So what
Yeah.
else you got for us, my G?
So also Mary J got a line of wine coming out. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but y'all look out for that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure it'll be at your local uh, liquor store or establishment. All right, so a lot of people
But
having
wait,
babies,
wait,
man.
before you get started,
Yeah.
do you think that it's a coincidence that is happening? Because Snoop got his own situation, They just performed at the Super Bowl.
Well,
The
she already had the alcohol coming out, but now that she just did these, she's doing all of these interviews. Once again, you do the show for free, but now you have a billion eyeballs on you, so everybody wants a piece of you now. You know what I mean? So now all of the things that you've been doing become brand new again because now you have a whole another audience to to sell your product to.
definitely beautiful. Yeah,
Streams,
I'm just
streams, and
glad
everything.
that they're able to be put in the spotlight that they are because I know that from everyone that performed that day
Yeah,
has touched me, pause on my Harlem shit,
yeah.
right? In a way that got me to where I am today, got me through a lot of things.
It was
So,
influential in your life.
right. So to see them in that light today is
Yeah,
amazing.
dope,
So shout
dope.
out to all of them.
Yeah, man. And keeping it on the music vein, real quick. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the whole drill music scene, but it's gotten very popular over the past like 4 or 5 years. Essentially started, I'd say, what, in Chicago. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where it started. Um, and it's found its way down to New York. Everybody's familiar with Pop Smoke, RIP. Everybody's familiar with Fabio Foreign, guys like this who making the drill music scene pop right now. So most recently, the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, yeah, Eric Adams, uh, wanted to put a ban on the music because he felt like it promoted the violence that that's been going on, and this kind of fucked my head up when I heard it. 72 bodies fell in a week's time. Is that true?
You know, but that's
So I
been happening for a little minute though. Like,
Yeah, well, I mean, this was kind of the culmination of everything that's been going on. I mean, it's only February of the new year, and we got 72 bodies. So, I guess he's trying to reach for any lifeline that he can in order to quell the violence in the city. And I guess he felt like, maybe the drill music could have been anything, that he could, I guess, do to help is his mentality. But I guess he felt like the drill music was promoting the violence in a way amongst the youth that was perpetuating this violence in the city. So he proposed to put a ban on it. Well, these artists like Fabio Foreign and I think Mano was there, and a few other ones, kind of went and met with him and sat down and had an open discussion about it, about what they could do to prevent some of the violence. And of course, I'm sure these artists don't want their means of their lifestyle and their career, some of them to be affected by this ban because New York is a very big market for that music right now. So that's been one of the talking points as far as the whole drill music scene. So shouts out to them, man. Hopefully everything works out for everybody. Of course, we don't want anybody to be harmed or killed, especially over a damn record. You know what I'm saying? A song. I mean, that
no,
seems
but
so
for real,
stupid.
like, okay. Um, First off, right, we always want to make sure when it comes to hip hop game, we keep it on. The saying back in the days was keep it on wax, right?
Right,
Keep it
right,
on wax. We're not gonna take it to where we're gonna take it to. Nobody needs to lose their life over it,
right.
right? We're entertainers. We entertain. We do what we do, right? Now, with the mayor of New York sitting there and saying we're gonna ban X, Y, Z, and ABC,
Hmm.
you know, I'm sorry, you didn't look in the history book. Because when you sit there and you attempt to ban something and say something is not good,
Hmm.
people gravitate towards it because they want to. It's like, yo, don't touch that.
Right. It gets
You,
more,
you,
it's
you
more
ever
intriguing. Yeah.
right? If you a parent and you say don't touch that, but you don't explain why,
Hmm. They're
that
definitely gonna go
that
touch it.
little motherfucker want to sit there and touch that.
You better believe it. But we also got to remember too, this is this is just the instant replay of when they came out with so-called quote unquote gangster rap when NWA was getting hot.
Right.
and F the Police and all of that stuff, and Straight Outta Compton was getting big, and you know, they wanted to ban them too, just like when Luke and the Two Live Crew was coming into
What you call
popularity.
the game?
Exactly, all of that. C. Dolores Tucker wanted to ban them, and crush their CDs on on live TV and stuff like that, and was trying to get them to trying to stop their bag, so to speak. And and they're shoot, Uncle Luke is the reason why we have the parental advisory sticker on CDs and stuff, on the media. Well, when you do buy a CD, on the media in the first place.
Right.
Now it's a disclaimer, but Uncle Luke is responsible for that. You gotta give credit where credit is due, man. This is why you have to know your history,
Yeah,
and
like I don't know. I don't know if they okay. I think that because there is so much of a disconnect when
yeah,
they do certain things, they think that they're doing it for whatever reason, but they don't understand the repercussions behind them actually doing
right, right. There's
it.
no
You're
research involved.
right. You're just putting this more in the forefront. You
Hmm.
said drill music. There are people in this world. We have billions and trillions of people in the United States of America alone, right?
Yeah.
You say ban on this. People are gonna look.
What
People
is
look
this?
to New York for a lot of things,
Yeah.
right? New York has been a trendsetter in many things. The birth of hip hop. That's what New York was.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry. You're talking about the South Bronx, you're talking about Queens, you're talking about all these wonderful things.
Hmm.
And now this mayor is doing what he's doing, just putting more stuff on black. I don't know. Your advisors is either on your side or truly against you. Because you should have thought about it before you said it. And that's a fact.
Well, he's got to appear to be doing his job. So I see what he's trying to do. I mean, I say, let's not be so simple minded as to think that the kids are just being affected by the music. Like the music is the reason for the violence. No, it might be playing when they going to do it, shoot something up. But I'm not gonna lie about that. But it's not, you don't pop it in and then all of a sudden you got to go gun shopping tomorrow because you about to go find the ops. You know what I'm saying? It's not going down like that. But like I said, shouts out to them, man. Hopefully everything get worked out for everybody. And everybody can still eat and get their money, man. I gotta give a shout out to Lil Kim for the Savage Fenty ad. I ain't gonna say ad. I don't know if it's really gonna be an ad, but if you check her out on the gram, she got a little one piece that she got on. She was taking pictures. I guess it was a photo shoot or something for Savage Fenty. So she was looking very she was looking very. What was the first album? Ooh, that's hip hop trivia. I'm supposed to know that. That was hardcore. She's looking very hardcore.
Right. But that's
Very
what
hardcore
that's when
esque.
the sex tape dropped too.
Say it
During
again.
the hardcore, the sex tape. Her sex tape was dropped during hardcore. That album and all that. Then there was the leak of the sex tape and all that. Like
Oh, okay.
there was a lot of things that happened during that. But I'm
Well,
glad.
what I'm saying is that she's looking like the little Kim from that time frame is what I'm trying to say. That hardcore, probably a little bit more mature, but she looks good in that picture. And I haven't said that about Lil Kim in a long time. So y'all want to check that out. If y'all follow Little Kim, she got like 3.2 million followers, probably more after today.
Right.
Um,
It's a
a lot of
beautiful thing.
like I was going to say earlier, a lot of babies being made. Man, everybody seems to be popping them out. Riri is pregnant with ASAP Rocky's baby. Shouts out to him finally getting it right.
And he made sure that he kept the lockdown at the Super Bowl. He's like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
Get
I'm
away, get
sure of
away,
it.
get away. That's all me.
Yeah. Eve, one of the players from I want to say from the Bengals, he was having a baby. His wife was having a baby while the Super Bowl was going on. But anyway, so Eve and her husband just had a baby recently. Chad Ochocinco, he just had a little girl. Didn't Kylie and Travis Scott, they just had another baby, right, recently. Romeo Miller, Master P's son, he just had his first baby. So a lot of babies being made and being talked about. Didn't and I think Jeezy just had his baby with his wife not too long ago. I think that was a little while back, but
Yeah,
not
that
too
was
long
like a
ago.
couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so shouts out to all the new babies and all the families, expanding. It's a beautiful thing, especially Black love. Some of it is a little mixed, but it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. Yeah. So
You got a little song or the
yeah,
season smoke in there sometimes, right? Or the
yeah,
smoke,
man.
right?
So along with the children come the child support. So I think Tristan Thompson knows a little bit about that. It's rumored that he may be paying up to $120,000 monthly for three women that have three of his children. So 40 grand a pop every month is going to be 120 grand. So I mean,
So
brothers,
that's what 1.2 million
whew,
after 10 months,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
1.2 million after 10 months. We ain't the other two is what? That's another 100. Well, let's just say
200, another 240,000. So just say you
right.
might as well say 1.5.
1.5.
Might as well say 1.5 a year, basically on child
1.5
support.
a year.
On
Now,
child support, man,
not for
brothers,
nothing, not for nothing, not for nothing. I'm sorry.
put a
The
sock on
court
the
system
pickle.
is rigged, right? And the court system is rigged. I've been
Oh
on
yeah,
that side.
definitely.
I've been on within that system. Um, didn't deserve to be there, but I was there.
Don't do it, fellas. Don't do it.
Like I will tell you, it does not take $1.5 million a year to raise a child.
No,
It does
sir.
not.
Not even
I'm
three.
sorry. Not even three.
Not even
If you
three.
want- if you sat there are individuals in communities that, and we're talking about the average income in the United States of America is about
Mhm.
$50,000 combined income. Combined. We're talking about a combined income. $50,000 combined to pay $120,000 a month to buy
A month.
Pampers and
A
baby
month.
milk. A
Whew.
child
Well, I
cannot
mean,
even consume all of that.
if you break it down to 40 grand a child, so let's say 40 grand a month. 40 grand a month is still a lot of money for child support.
But
But
we talking about two people only being able to make 50 a year, like they getting that a month.
right, right, monthly. You're getting your whole yearly salary per month, basically. So I
And that's
mean,
gonna
think
be
about
the
if
simplest.
you think about if you're a single mother, you're not even working. You don't gotta fucking work. You feel me? You get 40 grand a
You
month.
don't have to. It's a difference.
That's
It's a
10
difference.
racks a week, P money. 10 racks a week.
Like, and I understand that the algorithm or whatever that they use when it comes to this has to do a lot with providing the child with the life that they would have had if both parents were together. I
Uh-huh.
get it. But who said I was spending 10 racks a week?
Right. Right.
I
Straight
was
up.
trying
Just because I
to say
got
that.
it. Just because I got it don't mean I want to spend it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is where that comes into play.
It's the
And
system.
anybody that's ever been in this system,
Yeah.
they 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 sit there and they be like, oh, we take into consideration taxes and this, that, and the third or whatever. Right. You
Cost
make
of living.
right cost of they don't really do that for you.
No,
They
hell
don't.
no.
They
No.
like, nah, like, yeah, your rent or your mortgage is 2,500 a month, but you make 3,000 a year or whatever it is, 4,000 a month. But we want you to give this child $1,800 a month. We're like, yo, do you realize that you need to take into consideration my mortgage? What am I going to do? Sleep in the street?
They don't even
Oh,
give
that's
a
not my
damn.
problem.
They're like, hey, you can sleep in the street or you can sleep in the cell.
Right. Either or, figure it out. But you
You
won't pay this money.
motherfuckers. You
Hey,
motherfuckers. So the system is not designed for us, man. So just you know, be careful who you're laying down with, man. And like I said, if all else fails, man, just remember to put a sock on the pickle. Please do that. Nick Cannon, put a fucking sock on the pickle, man. Put a sock on the pillow. We gonna
And I
and then
don't understand. He got like 40 kids, and he talking about he lonely on Valentine's Day. His heart is broken.
it's ridiculous, bro. But we're gonna talk about him and some simping that's been going on with a couple of other celebs after we get into this top 5, man, because we're getting close to the top of the hour.
Yeah. So let's get into this top 5 real quick. Here we go. I got it. We all queued up.
All right. It's the
Yeah, hey yo, my attitude dotty, cause it's fuck everybody. Call the coroner, cause my bitch got body. First you get the money, then the bitches come congruent. Can't put it in your hands, but I can show you how to do it. When I'm around, my presence is groundbreaking. Took a look in the mirror, that's where I found greatness. The real nigga foundation, you out faking. The almighty dollar I have faith in. Praise it, tree hell like my son, how I raise it. E60 engine racing, fine dining, champagne tasting. All the hoes chasing. If they bring a drama to my life, then I erase them, replace them. Adding comments to my bank statements. My loyalty is sacred.
There's no rewards at the end of this journey. The more could burn me. Still on board, I poured my attorneys behind the wall, falling off or installed on a gurney. The duck or more was my only true call. A concern and succeeded. Seen the devious deleted off streets. New offenders getting sentenced. Niggas readed and weep. How could he sleep? We was schooled, that's the cousin of death. Slugs to the chest, saw the live is left, frontin' for less. Never impressed. Stay smiling, cause I come from the wildin'. Them projects I call home was like them domes on the island. Forever styling. That was me in them army fatigues. I'm the one, if you wasn't welcome, ask you calmly to leave. No honor in thieves, I seen it. In these streets, gotta move like you mean it. Cause death never come when convenient, it gets you. And when it hits you, either heaven or waste, or the gates of hellfire scorch you straight to your face.
Imaginary players aiming coach right. Master recipes under stove lights. The number on this jersey is the quote price. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? Everybody get it off the boat, right? But only I can really have a snow fight. Detroit nigga challenge, what's your dope like? If your bin's bigger, step it up to ghost life. Missy was our only misdemeanor. My tunnel vision's better under stove lights. You order Diet Coke, that's a joke, right? My workers compensated so they don't strike.
Strawberry kisses and broken dishes. That's what you get when you got a Dominican mommy for missus. This is like my 3rd chapter to my 10th novel. I've been doing this for so long that I deserve a Bravo. Mulatto, daddy black, mama white. Granddaddy wasn't having that. Kicked her out the habitat. Older cousins schooled me to the game. I can manage that. Show me how to chop up that work like a lumberjack. Get locked up, now I'm done with that. High school coach pulled me to the side. Now I'm on another path. Now I'm a running back. Still running back down I-90. Cause most of my guys were still grimy. Now I'm running businesses. Is this is what it is? Cause I can do this all day long. Remind me what the difference is.
I spend everything on you. Spend my energy on you. Put that loyalty on you. I ain't got nothing left. I'm in over my head. Now I'm barely breathing. You know you're the reason. Just trying to break even. You must be used to me spending. Look now, my rent money due. I spent everything fucking with you. Oh, said you win some, you lose. All I got is rent money due. Fucking with you.
Yo,
Ooh, that rent money, boy.
yo, that was
That's
like
hard.
she said. I spent all my money fucking with you. Like
Man,
that was. It was like what?
And you ain't even get the part with Dave East on it. Y'all gotta go check that out, man. That shit gonna be at 1 million views by tomorrow. Promise you that. If it ain't already.
Right, because we talking about like crazy. Now we could only give you a little bit, but this is the teaser.
Yeah, y'all
Just
go
really
support that, man. Please go support that, bump that, man, and get that album when it dropped too. I can't wait for that.
And Mary, I don't even know how old Mary, but I would tell you,
Black don't crack.
No, nope. She's looking great. she still could put it together. Like we're sitting here and we could sit there and listen to her, and it's like, yo, that's Mary, man. Like that. There's no. She didn't skip a beat.
No, not at all. Not at all. Shouts out to Mary J. Blige, motherfucking queen of hip hop soul. So, of course, like I said, we got to talk about some simping that's been going on. So, I hear Nick Cannon put out a record. And in the song, I haven't heard the song, but I've heard in the song, it's called Alone, I believe. I've heard he's kind of maybe reaching out to Mariah Carey, saying that he wants her back. I don't know if this is true. I don't think he actually says her name in the song, but
Nah, he doesn't.
but I think he's alluding to he wanted her back. Now, whether you know it or not, Nick Cannon has been on a spree recently. I believe he's had
Fucking like 80 babies.
I want to say about eight children. Now, unfortunately, one did pass away recently.
Yeah.
Very sad. You know what I mean? But I believe he has 7 after the child that passed. So if he was up to 8, then yeah. So this would be he has 7 children currently. I could be wrong. It might be more. But the point of the matter is, you go out and you make all these babies with all these different women, and now you're sing-songing about getting Mariah back. You know what I'm saying? Mariah's got that, that white husband, planking in the pussy right now. So she ain't thinking about that. But what gets me is, you see this simping going on. Nick is crying for Mariah. You got Kanye, trying to send a truck full of roses to Kim for Valentine's Day. And, and Pete is already putting the pound down on that. You know what I'm saying? So she's moved on. Then you got Lamar Odom, I'm just hearing, wants to get Chloe back. You know what I mean? And like I say, me and you were talking off air, something about that Kardashian coochie must be unbelievable, my brother, because I don't know why them brothers is going so crazy over it, but just something about it.
Kiku's, bro, it's the Kiku's. Like
they got that snappy nappy. Well, maybe not nappy. They Armenian, so they got that snappy smooth.
Yeah, you already know when they sit there and they do what they do. You like it kind of pulls you back in. Like that's how they keep the game.
I guess they got the vacuum or something. I don't know what it is, bro, but
they got the Dyson pussy. That's what it is. Dyson
something.
No matter how many holes is in it, it's extra suck.
Yeah, but at this point, man, I think all 3 of them need to just just move on, man. Just y'all, all 3 of you got money. All 3 of you are successful in your own ways and in your own endeavors. There are plenty more fish out there in the sea. You feel me? I know it feels comfortable, feels familiar. You want to get back with that person, not because you really want that person, but because you want that person to fix something that's broken in you.
Right. But it's when we sit there and we look at it on some real shit, right? And this goes with everything that we do, like everything, right? We'll stick with the devil that we know versus the devil that we don't know.
Exactly. Because we're lazy. We're lazy.
Right. Because we could be in a whole toxic situation, but we going to stay there because that's the devil that we know.
Exactly.
Versus, yo, now I got to adjust and figure this out over here. When I figured out how to operate in this bullshit over here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's scary because you sit there, we look at Nick Cannon, right? It's had a bunch of children, but now he's crying for Mariah in his own way. I'm not saying physically or whatever, crying for Mariah, but he's sitting there.
He's looking back. He's looking back.
Right, he's looking back. And I get it. But he be the one to tell you too. And this was, after they broke up and everything else, he was like, yo, like Mariah came with wherever she went, she had her own lighting. Like there was motherfuckers walking around with lights for Mariah. Right? Like she came with her own lighting, right? But she was a diva, like a diva in the fullest definition
Full
of the
sense
word.
of the word. Yes, sir. Always.
Right? That was Mariah. And nobody can do what Mariah can do. And whatever she does with her voice, probably in the bedroom, that shit probably amazing. Right? So Nick is probably missing that. He's probably missing it. Kanye, you know, I don't know. With him and Kim, she kind of threw him under the bus a couple of times. It's like, nah, nigga, I ain't fucking with you.
Well,
She was,
it's rumored that he just broke up with the other chick that he was seeing, the ex girlfriend of Pete. You know what I'm saying? But see, now this is what I heard through the ghetto grapevine. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I'm just spreading rumors. You know, this is the spot. Fuck it, we gonna just talk about that because this is what I heard. Could just be internet, jibber jabber, but I heard that the chick is like a dominatrix or something. Like she likes, you know, inflicting.
oh, so she got Kanye like this.
Yeah, so 50 Shades of Grey type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I heard she's on it like she's into the, I guess, a group thing, and she just likes people to watch, but she don't want to actually give them none. You feel me? So this is the thing that I'm getting. The paparazzi just caught him like last week or a couple of weeks ago on a balcony. You know what I'm saying? Shorty came out. Obviously, she was naked because she had the robe, and the robe was a little open, and you could see she ain't had nothing on underneath. You know what I'm saying? And Ye walks out there on the balcony. So they're like, all right. So, they're like, yeah, Ye doing this thing. Then the next chick walks out with a robe on. You feel me? And they're like, oh, two chicks, yo, Ye is back. Ye is back to the old Ye. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I think? I think the broad was doing shit with the other broad and just had him there watching. You feel me? On some sucker shit. You know what I mean? And then he was like, you know what, man, I'm out, man. Dig hard as Chinese arithmetic, and you ain't trying to let the God do the damn thing. I'm out. So I gotta I gotta move on. I gotta, get something else. And what's the sense of me keeping you if I can't tap it? You
And
feel me? Oh, I mean, hey, maybe that's not what happened, but I'm just speculating. That's just showing recognized speculation. You feel me? Maybe that didn't happen. Maybe that did happen. Who knows?
if you think about it, right, I can see why Pete was rocking with her with Kanye's ex, but it
Yeah.
was ex before it was Kanye's ex.
Yeah.
I can see, like, when and I hate to put those stereotypes on people,
Uh-huh.
but when you look at people, you can see how they operate within a relationship,
Yeah.
right? So Pete is more submissive. He's not a dominant,
Uh-huh.
right? Sitting in that room with Kim, him being there. Now, when it comes to their relationship, they're doing stuff that Kim Kardashian was like she's been missing, right?
Right, of
Make
course.
millions and billions of dollars doing what she does, but they sitting there going to eat pizza and they going to just regular smuggler shit, right? Shout out to Cardi B for the regular smuggler shit, right? Because that's her joint.
Yeah.
They doing that, but Kim feels at home and in place with those things
Yeah.
because she's at a certain status. She's not able to operate within those realms because of the people that she's introduced to. So
I don't even think it goes that deep, P Money. I think it's that this motherfucker, and I'm talking about Kanye, is so out there and with the antics and with the attention getting and the, you know what I mean, and all of the wild statements and the controversy and everything surrounding all of his actions and his behaviors. It's probably draining, B. It's probably mentally draining to have to deal with that every day, all day. And then to have that be your partner, you know what I mean? The father of your children. Like
yeah,
that's a stress level that we don't even understand. You feel me? But I can kind of sympathize and imagine in my mind how that would be if my partner was in the limelight and was behaving in that way. I would be
right.
stressed the hell out too. So I can kind of understand where she's probably had enough and she wants to do just some regular shit. She just wants a regular dude who does regular things, and she doesn't have to worry about him, flying off the handle or, going up on stage and snatching the mic or, doing no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? She just wants some normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Some normalcy around her children at two. You feel me? So, hey, I get it, man, because like I told you, man, ever since he flew off the handle, a couple of years back, bro, and then started supporting old Agent Orange, I had enough of that dude, man. He's been permanently canceled in my mind, man. I mean, I'm always gonna appreciate the contribution that he made to the culture as far as music is concerned, And I mean the producer, you know what I'm saying? I always liked him as a producer, not as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'll go on record as saying that, and I'll go out on a limb and be the only one to say it too. I don't give a fuck. Um, but that's how I feel, man. You know, and I'm not the kind of dude that's just gonna, feel one way and then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like even with football, P Money, I ain't really watched football like that one whole season since Cap started kneeling. You feel me? I'm one of those people. I don't. I wouldn't go in Gucci if I had the money to go in there and buy all of that stuff. You feel me? I wouldn't do it, Jim Jones, because that's how strongly I feel about not fucking with them. You feel me? When I decide to do something, when I boycott you, I boycott you. You feel me? So we all gotta get on the same code and on the same accord with some of these celebrities and some of these brands that we try to hold in so high of a regard, that we got to remember, man, that support those that support you, man. You know what I'm saying? Rock with those that rock with you, and don't just rock with people just because they got a name or because they got money. Because if they don't have a name or they don't have money, think about it. Would you still be rocking with them?
Nah,
And if the answer is no, then you got to do some self evaluation.
yeah. So our guest is in the building. We got City the King in the building. But before we bring him in, right? Because City the King is not only an artist, but he's also a producer, engineer. He does a lot of things, wear many hats. So what I want to do is drop, right, this EDM Big Buddy remix before we even get into it, so that we could talk about some shit for real. So let's get it.
Nope, that's not my man. Nope, that's not my hubby. He's my big buddy. He's my big buddy. He's my big buddy. He's my big buddy. Buddy, 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 buddy. Nope, that's not my man. Nope, that's not my hubby. He's my big buddy. He's my big buddy. Nope, that's not my man. Nope, that's not my hubby. He's my big buddy. My big buddy. My big buddy. See, that's my shorty, but he really not my shorty. He stay in the crib and hold it down for me. He do sweet shit and tell me that he love me. But in the streets, he just my big buddy. But in the streets, he just my big buddy. But in the streets, he just my big buddy. But in the streets, he just my big buddy. My big buddy. My big buddy. If he hold it down, he's a big buddy. If he send the bands, that's a big buddy. If we taking trips, that's a big buddy. Big buddy. Big buddy. If he hold it down, he's a big buddy. If he send the bands, that's a big buddy. If we taking trips, that's a big buddy. Big buddy. Big buddy. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. I'm with the shit, cancel relationship. I'm with the shit, cancel relationship. I'm with the shit, cancel relationship. Cancel relationship, cancel. I'm with the shit, cancel relationship. Take a hit, do a tip, pay a bill. Eat my clip, eat my clip, eat my clip, eat my clip, 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 clip. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. My big buddy, he's my big buddy. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. He hold it down and no more nothing from me. Big buddy, big buddy.
Yeah. And we about to bring City the King in. Right. And you know what's crazy? I've known City for a minute. Like for a minute, right? And I don't even know if I have ever like, yo, City, you can hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know if we had a one-on-one interview. Like I know you've been at the studio probably a million times. I've come out to see you perform, like all that. Like it's always been a vibe, and you've been doing so much. So as far as City the King being an artist, and then I always saw you as a producer and everything first before I even seen you like rap or perform. So
I've been doing the rapping. I've been rapping and performing like much longer than I was making beats, you know. But I do spend a lot of time producing because there's just less producers out there. Everybody trying to rap and be an artist nowadays, you know. So I gotta do what's behind the scenes, you know. For it's
There's money over there too.
a better lane for me right now.
Yeah.
especially with engineering. You know,
Yeah.
engineering gives me opportunity to be around a lot of artists that I might not get to sit in rooms with.
Dope. No
You
doubt.
know,
No doubt.
Oh, that's what's up. So when it comes to that,
And it's
being a
good, and it's good practice for when you want to do your own thing. You know what I mean? You kind of like your comfort
right?
level.
I've been doing my own thing for a long time. That's how I got into engineering and producing and stuff like that. Um, it was mostly from me making music myself, you know, and just
Yeah.
wanting to complete the process.
Right.
Not necessarily because I don't want to, go out and support other people doing it, but it's more of a time thing, you know. I rather when I need it done now, or I got a vibe and I want to just give it to people right now. I don't want to have to wait on somebody
No
all the
doubt.
time.
No doubt. Hell yeah. And of course, I'm quite sure it's more to your liking if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
because if you think
Right
about
in
it,
front
right?
of me right now. This is crazy.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Harlem right now. We actually
Oh, you
doing
in Harlem? Where you at
event
in Harlem?
tonight.
Where you in Harlem? What part
Yeah.
of Harlem?
What part of Harlem? Yeah. Where you at?
We up there in Harlem.
Oh,
Where?
In
okay.
the
I'm from
130s right
Harlem,
now.
so I want to know where
Oh,
you
okay.
at.
He said he in the 130s right now. P Money.
Oh, 130?
Yeah, the
Yeah, we
130s.
up we up there
130.
up there.
Yo,
Okay.
watch out for those Dipset niggas, because those niggas is reckless. So
Okay.
I ain't too worried about all that.
right,
I'm
because
here to do what I gotta do. I'm gonna take
right,
y'all
you
through the show in a minute. We actually we put together a pop-up shop slash all types of stuff is going
Okay.
on at once. We got some
Okay.
dancers in the spot. It's looking real nice. It's gonna be a good night.
So we get the behind the scenes exclusive tonight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all right here on the spot, so y'all stay tuned for that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the address so the people that are watching that are from Harlem that really tune in so they can
Oh,
pull up.
it could be an
support 'em.
invite. It could be an invite only. P Money. He might not want to divulge the location of
Oh,
the back cave, but
Now
I
we
don't know.
yeah, we got it on secret location vibes, but we right here. We on 135th, 7th, and 8th. So
Okay, there it
all of them,
is.
what's up?
I heard
Pull up.
okay.
If
Harlem.
y'all wanna have some fun tonight, it's going down. Hit my DM for the Addy and all that.
There it
Right.
is.
So where could they hit you at? So this way, just say it out loud so that they know this is where they're gonna hit you at to pull up on 138th between 7th and 138th, right? Between 7th and 8th?
35th.
30.
Oh,
Yeah,
100.
it's at City the King. CITYTHEKING. Just hit my DM. I'm active right now. I'm
All
taking a walk around the block. If you see me, say what up.
Yeah. So please tell the people, man, and those that don't know the origin of the name. I think is very simple. You know what I'm saying? Probably the greatest in the city.
Well, City has a lot of meanings. Well, my original rap name was Sagacity.
Okay.
Feel me? So it's easy to shorten the city. Um, so it represents a lot of things to me. I always give people quick answers like, yo, I'm always lit. I never sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
True, true. That's what
Like,
it is.
but it's a long time coming with that name. It means a lot to me. It means a lot of different things.
That's what's up. Tell us about what's coming up. What kind of project you got? What's coming next?
So I've been dropping music every week. You know, I want everybody to tune into that right now. I'm giving y'all like a new song on YouTube every week, and a new beat. I've been putting out instrumentals. Um, I just want everybody to just get in tune and just start checking out my page weekly. It's always gonna be new stuff up there. I'm trying to really like use the internet as a platform to connect with people right now. So
As you should.
you
As
know,
you should.
just more people, more inspiration. Just pull up to the page. It's gonna be fire. It's not only me. as all the artists that I'm working with as well. And it's mad of us. It's mad of us. The movement is going right now. Like,
Okay. Okay.
I'm about to put out a collaborative album with Durgavelli. So we got an album together. It's 13 tracks long.
Dope.
Um,
Dope.
and we putting together the promotions for it right now. You know, it's a lot of work promoting these records, as I'm sure y'all know.
No doubt. No doubt.
So we
Yeah, we
haven't said too much about it yet, but the music is done. It's there, and we're gonna be giving y'all music every week until then. And
okay.
we got mad music to let go, mad music, and we always cooking. You know, this
Okay.
week, like an average week for me. This is like a normal week for me. Like I made like 2 beats for clients. I made like 8 beats just cause. I done mixed like 12 records at least this week. That's just working with clients and working with myself. I made the art for Love. I made the flyers for this event. I made arts for 2 other artists, you know, song covers. I made the video, the little YouTube video that goes with Love. So it's a lot. I'm a whole media studio. You know.
You sound like it, man. I mean, I'm assuming you got like a team also. You got some other people helping you out here and there because you sound like you're doing
Of,
everything. You losing
of
sleep
course,
doing everything.
it's a lot, but you know, I take it on as these are my projects. You know,
Right.
if I need help, I let people know. I have
Yeah.
a lot of dope people that work around me that you know
Okay.
help to make stuff happen. You
Okay.
know, shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's important, man. For real, you got to have your solid team, man. It helps to move the machine along so much more.
And you know, I want to say this, right? When I met first one I met out of the team was Dirk, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Met you, met met a lot of people, Pierre Fontaine, like, and I just want to say, and I'm not going to get into it like that crazy, but I'm glad that you guys actually connected together and really made everything happen the way you made it happen. It was just to see it because I seen some Valentine's Day photos. So I'm just saying, I'm just glad that you guys still rock together and do things together as tough as y'all do.
right, and that's not gonna stop. There's no reason for it to stop. Like for real.
Yeah,
Um, you know, we share like similar ambitions. You know, we all doing music.
Yeah.
You know, like um, that was a record we were actually. It's crazy. I'm gonna give you the story behind it because we were actually saving that for a project with all 4 of us. But you know, we've been working on it slowly and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, why we don't just drop it for Valentine's Day?
Uh,
yeah.
just like
You
that.
know, but this is what it is because you know
That's the
Pierre,
beauty. That's the beauty of being independent.
right? You could do things when you want to do it. Like
And
you
Fact.
don't worry about
It's
that.
work though. It's not just that simple though. You don't get to just press the button. You
yeah, no
gotta make
doubt. No doubt.
art. You gotta deal with the distribution platforms. It's
Yeah.
always some type of technical difficulty. Always,
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Right.
I could tell you all types of little mountains I had to climb this week just to get my music out, just to make everything happen.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
you
besides
got.
that, promoting it on social media is like a full-time job.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you take on all the responsibility and you take all of the bumps and bruises, you get to reap all of the benefits too, and that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Now I want to ask you a question. Now this is real, and I just want you to answer it. Give me 100%. Is it all worth it? All the work that
Yeah.
you
Yeah, of course. I was gonna do it anyway. The fuck else was I going to do?
right now, but it's like you know what I find that a lot of independent artists don't have is that they don't have the push, they don't have the know how, they don't want to put in that work. It's just yo, if I click this button, yo, am I gonna pop? But I don't see that with you because you know that there's work that got to get put in, so you do it.
Well, he's from Harlem, so he's definitely got the hustle.
No, he from Brooklyn. He from your side. He
even better. He's from the borough.
He but you know how I feel about people
even
from
better.
Brooklyn.
Even better.
Brooklyn people rub me the wrong way. I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy to hear, man.
And his partner's a Brooklyn nigga.
No, but on some real stuff, like no lie, like it was that whole segregation and everything that we talk about, right?
Yeah.
Everything that we talk about, and it was like, yo, Harlem is this, Brooklyn is that, the Bronx is this, Staten Island is that, and it was trying to keep us apart when hip hop started.
It was division, man. It was just strictly division, you know.
But once I started to, go into a situation with an open mind, I was like, yo, I could really rock with a Brooklyn dude, a Queens dude, this dude, that dude.
Yeah.
Like, because like-minded individuals, no matter where you at, you can still come together and make magic happen.
So, City, let me ask you this, man. I know, with the whole COVID thing that's been going on recently, it's been difficult to get shows and, do events and stuff like that, man. How is it now that
Who said that?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's been the overall consensus. I'm not saying it's been like that for everybody, but
no. It definitely did slow down a lot of things that we were supposed to be doing. We were doing a monthly showcase at the time before COVID started and stuff like that. So a lot of things did slow down, but.
So how is it now that things is opening up and, mandates is starting to drop off and everything and people's getting, vaccinated or whatever? How's everything looking now? How's it starting to look?
I don't know. We got to start it up.
Yeah.
We got to start it up for real because I don't see nothing different going on. Like, it's everybody pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah. Has the legalization helped any?
It just made it more expensive.
Yeah, I figured.
Wow.
It's always legal as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yo, so what I want to get into, right? We got this joint. I can't see the full title. It is.
What you got?
It's the studio performance, right? It's not Us Against the World. It's the other joint that I pulled up, but we gonna play that joint for the people so that they can hear what City the King does. Right? We heard the remix of Big Buddy. We gonna get into the in studio session, which I thought was dope. So let's do it, y'all.
No doubt. Yeah, play that. Get so loud.
Tune.
I don't deal with nothing artificial. My artificial for bitch niggas, it's hard to show love. I know your heart is little. Drop heat on these greasy niggas, I make the market sizzle. I ain't talking marketing when I say that I'm targeting you. Out in London, I make arses wiggle. Your party dry, hard and brittle, dark and dismal. Mind your business, do your thing, I ain't starting with you. But if you start with me, they might as well start your vigil. I start waves, start cars with buttons and part ways. Part man, part mage, machine with fresh parts change. Sharp game, and this ain't no darts game. Baby, I'm saucy, you need 2 plates. Nothing like them fruit cakes. I'm good, trying to do great. The best ever to get cheddar. Build up the hood for the next era. The flex better. Love amongst the hate. I'm a trendsetter. Let them let up. I ain't gonna stop till the feds get us. So head severed. Standing on the rooftop, staring at my reflection. Loving every direction. I just wanna connect shit. These old niggas start getting money and they forget shit. The beauty in the hood and the power that we was blessed with. Excessive dick ridership will make you miss a lot of shit. Pussy niggas don't stand for nothing. They just find a click. I'ma rip them into pieces. Put they name under it. These niggas move so much dirt, they could've dug the ditch. Them niggas that amp you don't love you, they would've told you. Let me show ya how to make fire like Master Roku. It's more to this shit, enough niggas is cracking Pro Tools. If you ain't never come outside, then we don't know you. We did back outside at least 100 shows. Probably got the hottest record, niggas frontin', but they know. CP spun it first, where the fuck is Z, bro? I don't fuck with y'all niggas, don't be calling me, bro. We own all the production, is published, labels can suck dick. Bucks is the label, straight buckets, keep buzzing, buzzing like clippers when they cutting. You don't fuck with us, you bugging. We come and crushing nuggets, not only the spliffs bustin'. Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find. Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find. Remember nights on the block, we was trapping for that chicken though. Thinking about our dreams, but them dreams ain't looking visual. Trying to get a job, but these jobs ain't really real. I'm from Brooklyn where the money ain't enough to pay a bill. And everybody is a G, but nobody wanna box up. And all them gangsters change if you make them put the chops up. Damn, I wish Brody would've never let that sniffing go. Learn to do it dolly, niggas love making videos. The real gangsters walk about it, see the scars and talk about it. Cops so lost, you'll find a body with no chalk around it. Trying to diss me, little nigga, I'll knock your lights out. Since I brought up hands, I bet that nigga won't fight now. He ready to drill and shit, he tryna get a hit, but he packing no stealing shit, so now he need a lick. Y'all little niggas funny, y'all know nothing about the streets. The fuck was y'all niggas thinking getting caught up in some beef? Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find. Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find.
It's Cam Bucks on the track. Had to spin it back. You already know I'm in the trap. And I got the 9, all my niggas gonna ride. And if you ain't bucking, you ducking, we catching homicide. Cause where we at, east side, you know it's really going down. And niggas know how we slide, you gonna hit them chopping sound. Marys never Levi's or different designer style. Up in the mall, wearing Gucci, Louis, and Prada now. Fuck is you talking about? Killers with blickers ready to walk them down. Free all my niggas like them to pound.
Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find. Against all odds, we still gon' shine. My dogs live good, but we still gon' grind. We giving y'all work, little food for your mind. Fuck with the team, whatever you tryna find.
Yeah.
Yo, that was City.
Yeah.
So, so you know, I appreciate the ball game.
What you said? Oh, my bad. I'm back in the spot right now.
Oh, but you know, I said I appreciate the balls just with everything that's going on. Like, you know, knowing you personally and being able to listen to your music, like I definitely vibe with it because I feel that, you know, you speak your truth all the time when it comes to the music. And I think when it comes to hip hop,
which one came first, City? As far as I know you're doing the production and obviously you got the bars, but which one came first? Like when you started producing, right? Was it out of necessity because you was just like, I need a beat, or was it just always, or did you always plan to produce? Huh?
I literally didn't want to wait on people.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I'm gonna figure this out.
Right.
It took me a while to learn how to make beats. Damn, they still fighting out here. It took me a while to learn how to make beats. My beats was trash for years. The only thing that kept me it was really the wanting to do it.
Right.
At least I wasn't running around thinking my shit was fire, though. I used to be like, damn, son, how do I make this better?
Yeah. What was the turning point for you? When did it start sounding like more to your liking, more quality to the ear?
I think it was picking better samples.
Yeah.
I think the samples helped me to get to the level of the sound that I was looking for.
No doubt.
And I think that was where it was. And then once I learned that I could get that type of texture, I could start to match it like without the samples and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. I was sampling early. I was trying, but it was like picking good samples.
Yeah.
You know? Like once I had touched some classic records, it was like, all right.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. No doubt. No
Like
doubt.
for real. But
Van
you know,
Glorious. Van Glorious.
but him just saying that, right? When we sit there and we look at everything, when it comes to this, hip hop and everything else, it's chefing it up, right? You sitting there, you sampling this, you trying that, you doing this, you doing that, and then you make it happen, right? It Anybody that's been successful in anything, it doesn't necessarily have to be, music, but we always do our homework. And City the King does his homework in order to, he's like, yo, my beats was trash. I started sampling the classic joints. He
I
went back.
still do my homework. I be in YouTube Academy like at least once a week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
You
always
be
looking
saying
at
you're
how to do
Yeah.
how to,
Yeah.
because
It's there.
that's the only way.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, a lot of the information that you need is there. You know what I mean? You just got to look for it.
All right, so this is the question that always rocks everybody that comes on the show. So this is really a question that rocks. As far as you being an MC, right? What was that bar, that verse that you dropped that you felt, and I hope you can remember it, that was like, yo, I'm built for this. Think about it. You can take a minute.
The
You can take
turning point.
of when you was like, yo,
I
I'm
don't
built
know,
for this.
because I was always into. I feel like I was always into what I was doing. I feel like I had reached a turning point at a point where I felt like everybody started to be into it. Where I started to have that effect where people stopped, like, yo, who that?
Right, right.
You know,
But it's more about just you when you forget everybody.
He means, but P is asking about like you personally. Like when did
You personally.
you in your mind say to yourself, "I, you know what? I might have something with this." Like it wasn't just like a hobby thing. It was like, okay, I really got some shit to say. You know?
oh, it's looking good, but I'm on the radio and yeah. Honestly, I don't think that happened.
Oh shit.
We lost him. Signal. He probably hit the
Yeah,
drop.
we lost it, but he probably gonna pop back in.
Yeah.
But you know what's important is, and I think that this constitutes for every situation and every walk of life, right? We sit there and we think about certain things, but being able to say, "Yo, this was a turning point." Like I can sit there and be like, "Yo, I dropped the ball earlier, right?" Talking about your girl calls me her candle because she liked to blow me out or whatever. I can't even remember exactly what I said, but I was in the moment. But that shit right there was like one of those things. It was like, yo, you thought about that all day. Nah, that was in the moment. Like it was in the moment. I was in the moment. So
There you go. There you go.
we got the city back.
In the spot. He's also in
Yeah,
the spot.
my bad.
Oh, you good. You good.
My
You good.
bad. I lost it for a second. But I
Yeah.
don't think there was a turning point for that. I think with me, I always from the time the beginning when I was writing,
Yeah.
I always thought it was fire.
Yeah. Okay.
I,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I ain't really, because when I first did it, I was only trying to make some fire. Like
Right.
I
Right.
didn't, I wasn't just trying it out. I was doing things that I heard in my head that I was like,
So let me.
nah,
So
I gotta make it happen.
So let me
I gotta
ask you
make it
this.
happen for real.
So let me ask you this: who were some of the MCs that you were listening to or that you was watching at that time? That kind of
It was Nas
maybe
50 Jay Z for me mostly.
okay,
Nas 50 Jay Z Pac Biggie.
right, right.
Yeah,
In no particular order, right?
In no particular order. Nah,
Yeah,
my favorite rappers list is too long.
yeah,
It'd be hard to even tell. People be like top five. I don't know.
yeah,
I like different rappers for different reasons. It might be a different day. You might get a different answer. I don't know.
yeah,
Depends on what I'm looking for.
yeah. You fuck with Shawn Price at all?
I to be honest, I didn't know too much about their music until unfortunately until he passed away.
Yeah.
I actually got to be around Rock Ness a couple times, and
No doubt.
you know,
Shouts out to Rock.
I learned more about the Brooklyn underground as I got older.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really know about that back then. I was a radio baby. I used to hear what was on the radio for the most part.
Yeah.
Hearing underground stuff,
Uh-huh.
very rarely.
Yeah. I feel you.
Unless somebody put me on. Even now, I always tell people I don't really discover music.
Mhm.
People put me onto it, or I really didn't hear it.
Yeah.
No, but that's dope. But you just saying it.
But that's a
Just
good. But you know what that is too, P. That's kind of a producer thing. It's kind of like you. It's like you in your own. I'm not gonna say you're in your own bubble because you do relate to what's going on around you in your environment. But it's kind of like you 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 listen to your own radio station. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like drown out what the other music and stuff is because you almost don't want to emulate what you hear. You know what I mean? You
Yo,
want to kind of
my
always
phone
stay.
is dying. Can I chime back in on the tablet?
yeah, you should be able to. But we got a
Yeah,
couple
I'm about to
minutes.
switch to the tablet real quick.
All
All
right.
right, so do what you do. What we gonna do is you're gonna play the other joint because it's only us against the world. We gonna get into that City the King, and
All
then
right. While
hopefully
he
by the
switches it up.
he
All right,
switches.
no doubt. I'll
So
be
let's
back. Give me a second.
All right.
Put me on, I need the sauce, baby, hurry up. Niggas only love you when your money up. When y'all want something, y'all never do funny stuff. I got enough friends, them niggas never worry us. Keep that. I ride for my niggas. It's us against the world, like the world trying to kill us. Take away our funds and give us guns and say we killers. Look who killed K Dot, I wish he would've hit him. Watch who you fucking when niggas be doing sucker shit. How you want some other shit? Blood boiling, bubbling. Last of a dying breed, not complaining, just hustling. Spending money to double it up, ducking the government. We ain't running, just running shit. Getting fit, getting to the bread. Headed to church, one in the head. My lifestyle different, I ain't never about to beg. In my heart, real love, that's all a nigga could spread. Sometimes I feel like it's us against the world. Just stay strong, do your push-ups, do your curls. We see sick shit that make you wanna shit that make you really stick together, keep it thorough. I bust that wood walk, spin around and twirl. R.I.P. to Pop Smoke and Nick Blick. Sometimes it feel like it's us against the world. We ain't got no voice until we screaming rich. Fuck love, cause love don't pay bills. I'm trying to stay positive, I gotta stay real. I hope y'all never know how this pain feel. It keep me writing like Curtis Mayfield. Sometimes it feel like we up against a lot. Get your friends killed and try to let it rock. You wanna pull up on them bird niggas, let it fly. I'd rather kill them all, I don't want no more ops. Baby, stay strong, cause it's a lot of pressure. World on your shoulders and you still gotta shake. Baby, make sure you don't stop ever. We gon' wake up, whoever not awake. You ride, I'm riding, it's us against the world. I'm screaming, fuck the world. You ride, I'm riding, it's us against the world. Still screaming, fuck the world.
yeah.
Yeah, man. It just feels good. Feels good.
It definitely feels good. And when we talk about music, and I hope he pops back in before we get up out of here. But you know, it's a different vibe. Like, you know, being able to be an entertainer and being able to switch it up and do the things and understand where you fit in. You gotta get in where you fit in. But then it's the doing things outside of where you fit in as well, right? Because we get
What they call being what's say being outside of the box, working outside of the box, something like that.
right. You know,
Thinking outside of the box, all that, whatever.
thinking outside of but like I can sit there and be like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do because this is what everybody want me to do. But I'm not comfortable with doing what everybody wants me to do. I've learned that I am unemployable. over the years. It took me, like, for real, no
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Like, it took me a long time, and it was like, yo, I'm unemployable. Like, I will sit there and challenge my boss. Yo, I signed your paycheck. I don't give a fuck.
Right. I'm supposed to
Oh,
be a boss. That's
right?
you know
Like,
that's what it is, man.
I've said it to some of the people that have employed me over the years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I want you to do this. Why? Don't question me. Who the fuck you think you talking to? And that would be my response. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm unemployable, because my response, yo, who the fuck you think you talking to right now? After that, it go left.
Oh, I might as well just clock out. I'm gonna go
All the
clock
way
out.
left.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, I need you to find me so I can probably apply for unemployment, maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe you going to deny it or whatever. It is what it is.
yeah.
But when it comes to this music, and I want people to truly understand that hip hop, just like all the movements that we did because of what we was given and what we was faced with, has been that message going against the grain all the time,
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and that's what it's been. And I'm sorry if even with the spot we go against the grain. We talk about stuff that people wouldn't want to talk about due to the fact that it is not what is politically correct. It's
Mm.
not what they want to hear. This is not what mainstream media is putting out. Like,
Well, it's
that's what
funny. Well, it's funny that you say that, P Money. Let's talk about real quick since we got this little time here. Uh, Track star Shakari Richardson. Y'all familiar with her? Homegirl was breaking records and whatnot. Was scheduled to run for the American team, and at the time she popped for marijuana, and they wouldn't allow her to compete. Or it was the finals before the Olympics, I believe. Right. So um, back in December, we're just hearing about this now. There was a
February, by the way.
say again.
But we're in February, by the way.
Yeah, we're in February, by the way. Yes, you know what I'm saying. So December of last year, there was a 15-year-old Russian girl by the name of Camilla Valevia. I hope I'm saying that right. You know, don't want to slaughter your name, young girl. But anyway, she tested positive for a drug that was banned, a banned substance. You feel me? And she was still allowed to compete for Russia and actually won a gold medal for them. Now, the question is, if Shakari couldn't compete for a non performance enhancing drug in her system, right? And this girl, this 15-year-old girl, tested positive for a banned substance. I don't know if it was performance enhancing or not, but it was on the list of banned substances. You feel me? And she tested positive for it, and she was still allowed to compete. So, I mean, how is that fair? Can anybody tell me that?
Is not fair. It's not fair at all. But when we sit there and we look at things, I'm sorry, because in the news right now, we got our president, with the President Joe Biden, talking about, yo, Russia's about to invade,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
they about to pop off.
They
But
watching a brand new bridge out there between the Ukraine and where the troops is at. They got the satellite on the joint right now because they say if they start seeing military move across there, then the invasion's on.
yeah, and it's a wrap. But
Yeah.
this is where, when we talk about bullies and stuff like that, this is what's going on. This is what's going on with Russia and the Ukraine, when when a Russia Olympian sits there and they bypass all the rules and they're able to move on, it just shows the influence or the bulliness of that particular country,
Mm-hmm.
right? And not for nothing, I've worked with people from Russia. I've worked with people from the Ukraine. I've
Mm-hmm.
worked with people from over that way. They have a whole different outlook on shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They're
And
always. I think I was told that their mentality is more so. They always figure they can find a way to beat the system. If that
right,
makes any sense.
or is kill them all, let God sort them out. That's the way
and, and
they just kill them all.
and they keep it all the way 1K in New York. 90% of the time, the ones that are involved with the, you know what I'm saying, with the fraud or the, you know what I mean, the rackets and stuff like that, did me a Russian dudes. I'm just keeping it all the way 1K. That's usually who it is.
They gonna send me back home. I'm going over.
With
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
some kind of credit card fraud or some kind of fraud game or check fraud that's always at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The tree leads to some Russian dude. I'm sorry, I'm not being racist. That's just what it is in NY. I don't know about other places.
Shout out to the Russians that got me a
straight up,
house.
straight up the left. Shout out the left, my man left.
You know, the what was it, predatory lenders? Like I
Yeah.
was with those dudes when I was getting money, and those dudes made shit happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was
Oh, yeah.
like, yo, I love you guys.
Yeah.
So, yo, but we got City back in the building, so we're gonna chop it up with him
That's
real quick
what's up.
before we get up out of here. Yo, City.
City's back.
That's right.
I switched over to the tablet.
Right. So I got a question for you, and this is super duper important.
Okay.
Can you remember that bar that you wrote where you was like, "Yo, I'm the shit."
When you said where I said
he said it was never just one bar, P Money. He said he always thought his shit was fire from the jump. So it's not just he don't have just
But
one bar.
they gotta be that one thing even before he started though. Like before he started doing that, it was like that one thing. Like when we listened to Us Against the World, there was bars in there. There was the other joint where he's like, "Yo, we back outside and we did 100 shows." I know there was that one thing. There had to be that one thing that resonated with you when you said it. Can you remember it?
What you mean?
Like that bar that shook you inside. It was like, "Yo, I'm dope."
I don't know. I say a lot of fire bars, man.
He might not have one, P Money. He might not just have one. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't got that one.
Crazy. Yo, that's crazy. I don't know. Nobody ever asked me that. Like if one bar shook my soul. I said a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
sometimes it ain't just one. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got a flurry of shit like a snowstorm.
Right. So
I don't know. It depends on fire as bar and what way.
So
I don't know. Some shit is fire as a punchline. Some shit is good wordplay. Like
because you did the I'm So Brooklyn. There was a lot of things that you did. You did joints to, right?
Yeah, I said a lot. I started it off crazy.
Right. So is there anything that you could think of, right, for the people? It don't got to be just one bar. Just delivering something that you feel the people should hear when it comes to City the King, so that they know that when they hear you, is that and more. Even if it's a freestyle, it don't got to be one bar. It could be 16, but you could drop it for the people right now.
I mean, I said, like, if you listen to the recent song that I just put out, I said, what was it? How it went? I said, said we was born to be kings and the crown come with purpose. When everybody watching disrespect it, make it worth it. The way this all connect us all together, it's like cursive. I gotta make it look good. This gift that I'm cursed with.
Ooh.
So your gift
Brooklyn
can be a curse as well. And
what'd you say?
I said
he said the gift could be a curse as well. Sometimes.
That's a fact.
Sometimes.
And
that's a fact. I don't think people know what it feels like to, to work this hard and not really have a lane, to really have to create it.
Yeah.
To do it from scratch. It's crazy because You know, talking about the type of stuff that we talking about, is really no lane for us to just come up and just get famous. Like you know, and we could keep doing this art for a long time and not make no bread. You
Yeah.
know, if we don't do our things right. So,
Right.
you know, it's it's a struggle. You know,
Yeah.
it's a struggle knowing that you have something valuable
Hmm.
and not knowing the easiest way to get it to people. You know.
Right. Right. What you think, City? Tell us real quick before we get up out of here, because we get close to the end of the show. Um, Tell us what you think about the whole controversy going on right now in NY with the drill music, and Mayor Adams thinking about banning it, and you know what I'm saying, trying to
He
uh
can't ban it. He can't ban it because they didn't. Number one, they didn't give light to it. They didn't give light to it. They never gave light to the voices of the youth ever.
yeah,
So you can't really take their voices away because you didn't even give them their voices. You could say you're not listening to it and no one cares. You wasn't listening to it in the first place.
that's
Come
true.
on, son.
Yeah,
Yo, it's not like they created a lane like here kids do this. They didn't
yeah,
create no lane for the kids to do any art.
yeah.
Like, if
Well,
anything, they took the art away from the kids. They didn't create lanes for them to do it.
well, the
You know,
complaint,
so
the
you
complaint
can't
is
you can't really ban it. You could try to. You can try to ban it in every type of aspect. The kids are still gonna find a way to gravitate toward it. It doesn't matter.
that's
I
a
don't know
fact.
what he's
That's a
trying to
fact.
do, as if the music is what spiked the crime rate.
Right.
Like, come on, son. The music is a reflection of what's going on. Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
drill been going crazy for years. The
Hmm.
crime rate didn't really spike till everybody started wearing masks, dog. Let's keep it a fucking buck.
Let's keep it a buck. That's true. Hey, got a
You see
point
that
there.
guy over there? He
Snatch,
wear
hey,
mask every week.
snatch and grabs is way up now.
Come on, B. Come on. It wasn't happening 3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't hear no drill music when they snatching and grabbing. You
Right.
feel
They
me?
ain't like it's the soundtrack that's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. He
Word.
gotta he gotta cut it out. I understand, you know, first black mayor in a long time, but he gotta cut it out.
Yeah,
Like,
he got it. He's
he
reaching.
moving too fast. You gotta chill and assess what's really going on out here. Like,
Yeah, he
try to
reaching.
figure out what's really happening. Like, his kid just played. You just heard a drill song this year. He's bugging.
This week. This week. Just heard one
We've
this
been
week.
doing this for years.
Yeah, first drill music this week. It's crazy.
It's
It's
not
crazy.
stopping no time soon.
But City,
And
yo,
even if you put all the drill music in the world, is not gonna stop the kids from how they feel about what was going on before that. That even made them talk like that. It's not going away.
he's just he's worried that like you said, that's gonna spike the crime rate or the violence or whatever. But it's already been going on. It's
It's just
it's
you
always
giving them for you to snitch.
yeah, yeah. and
It's all
actually, I
they
think
do is snitching.
and actually what I think it's also doing is
They're making it easier for y'all. Why would you want to take away the music that's helping the cops catch them?
that's true. That's
He's
so
a
true.
bugger.
That's so true. That's so true. Yo, man. But please, man, before you go, give the people your social one more time, man, so they know where they can get start following you and keeping up with the
I'm
music.
City the King, CITYTHEKING on all the platforms, everything, Spotify, SoundCloud, everything. CITYTHEKING, Young City the King.
So you want
All right?
them to hit you on the gram to get that song that you're dropping every week, or is that gonna be a YouTube thing?
It's gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna post a preview on the gram. I promote everywhere. We touch as many platforms as we can, you know.
There it is. Y'all
Right
heard it.
now, it's on YouTube heavy, but we everywhere.
There it is.
We outside for real, for real. You see, we
outside. We outside with the sirens and everything.
Look,
It's crazy city. The city's great.
I feel that. Like
we gotta throw you the salute, City, for rocking with us and giving us some time, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down, chopping it up with us, and letting the people know who you are and what you got going on, man. We sure appreciate you, and you know the door's always
Well,
open.
thank
Man. Please,
you.
please
I
come.
appreciate how you been taking the time to talk to me. Let's do this more.
Yeah, please, please,
oh,
man.
it's
We want to
definitely,
hear
definitely,
when the new music drops, man. Come back and let's talk. Let's chop it up some more.
Next
yeah.
time I won't have a show going on. Like I could actually sit there and rap. I wanted to give y'all some bars. I had some bars for y'all too. But next time,
No doubt.
it's all right. We here.
We here.
This is a good
We, out,
combo. I'll
we
talk to you
outside.
soon.
We
We
outside.
out.
We outside.
We outside.
Salute, my G. 100.
Hey, my G.
Salute.
Later. Yo, so you already know, man.
It's great in the city because we got City to Great.
Right. And so, like, we sitting there and we just rocking just the music and everything else. Definitely
We ain't,
vibing.
we ain't talk about a couple of things though, P Money. The baby fighting with Danny Lay brother at the bowling alley. Did you see this?
Yeah, I seen the video. I seen the video and I was like, yo, is this real? Or this was like just some phony fuckery shit.
Well, he had trolled the baby from before. You know, of course, Danny Lay and the baby had a baby, and you know, as couples go through their trials and tribulations, they got separated. He put her out of his place, and her brother felt away, of course, and got in it, involved himself in it, and said that he was going to step to the baby when he saw him. So there was a party in L.A. Well, it was in California. I don't want to say L.A. because maybe it wasn't L.A. I don't want to be accused of no. When this shit wasn't even in L.A. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. But it was in California. And the baby was there, and Danny Lee's brother pulled up. And from the video footage that we saw, it didn't look like it was very smart because he had his shirt off, and there was a bunch of dudes standing around the baby. I'm guessing his security or his peoples or whatever. And basically, he got duffed out. He got slammed. He got, you know, dealt with. And the crew beat the baby, and the crew slid off like threw the boy the deuces, and they was out the door. And of course, he's going to sue now, and the baby is claiming self defense, as you can imagine. So you know how it's going to go.
You know, I hate this particular aspect of us coming up in anything, right?
Yeah.
And I heard it the other day, and it was like, I was like, this is so messed up.
Yeah.
But you don't know that you made it until you get sued.
Yeah. This is
right.
true.
It's like, yo, you know you made it when niggas is trying to sue you.
Yeah. When they trying to get to your bag, you got something for them to come after.
Right. So it's just weird, but it's crazy. Like, yo, bro, you pulled up and you came and you did extra. So you mad because you sat there and you got levitated.
You threatened
So
me.
you gonna sue me. So
you know what I'm saying? You threatened me. Then you approached me. You know what I'm saying? You attacked me. And then you got duffed out. And then you sue me. Somehow it just don't seem right.
Like, yo, bro, stay out of your emotions. Like, really hang that up. Like, really just put it in the closet. Hang it up because you thought you was gonna come through and check, but you didn't realize that my security game was gonna sit there and show you what it
was gonna be so official, so
right.
thorough and official.
They showed you what it looked like to travel from point A to point B without your feet touching the floor.
No transfer. I took that motherfucker bowling with no shoes. But real quick, I got to get to the other little legal news. Days before, Kim Potter, the cop that shot Dante Wright, killed Dante Wright. Excuse me. Her sentence was reduced. I think she's only going to get, judge says, slightly more than 7 years for killing Dante Wright. So middle finger to the judge. And also, well, the flip side of it, some good news for a change for us. George Zimmerman's lawsuit against Trayvon Martin's parents. Yes, you heard me right.
Why?
For $100 million, he had a lawsuit against his parents. Has been dismissed by all the courts against all parties, including his Trayvon's parents. By let me see, Ben Crump and all of those. Yeah, okay. So all of those people were being sued, and all of that's been dismissed, thrown out. And let me see, he's in front of he claimed some kind of conspiracy, or I don't know, some nonsense that he was coming up like they they were, I guess, maybe, defamed his reputation after the whole thing or something. I don't know, some stupidity. I forget exactly how it went, but he tried to sue him for 100 mil. It's out of here. Middle finger to Zimmerman. Suck a dick. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right. With this, and I'm gonna keep it brief. I ain't even going, rant on like I usually do. But
yeah.
When it comes to these situations, like you sat there and you took somebody's life, but you sit there and you try and sue somebody for 100 million for defamation of character. Like you killed somebody. Like you're talking about a young man that didn't even get to live life. You took his life, and then you mad because after you did it, because you operated on the precedence of whatever you believe. You took somebody's life, and then you mad because society saw you in a certain light. I don't even understand how you can sit there and say, "Yo, I need $100 million for defamation of character."
The mitigated gall of that, just the balls of that.
Right, like, but there was situations after that particular situation that he got caught up in because he felt he was Superman.
Yeah, he had gotten to some more trouble. Got pulled over a couple times. Got the police called on him. I think his girlfriend and him got into it. He had another incident where he had brandished a weapon. So yeah, man, he's just been getting pass after pass. But you know what that is, man. They all stick together. You know what I'm saying? They endorse each other and cover for each other, and this is what they do when you belong to that clique.
I would tell you this: for those of you that don't know, there's a word that you can Google, and it's called narcissism. That is that motherfucker all day,
all day,
all day. Stop playing. So you already know. Like I said, I ain't gonna, because this is going to a whole nother show.
a whole nother 2 hours.
A whole nother 2 hours. I ain't even gonna get into that. But yo, not for nothing. Like, just you guys really need to understand, like, the come up is different if you're not paying attention. And George Zimmerman is just really trying to find his place. He was able to find a spotlight when he found a spotlight, and he was acquitted on all charges, killing a young innocent man, Trayvon Martin, right? And then we're here today, and now he's trying to sue them for actually killing their son, which is weird, but that's America.
Hey, as long as there's ignorance, as long as there's ignorance, evil will always have supporters.
Right, because not for nothing, we all know Thanksgiving was we killed the Indians and took their home. Like, so that was just
that was the first gentrification.
Right. So we're just playing off that. So we kind of need to stop that. But the internet is not going to allow that to go unsaid.
Oh yeah, they're trying to ban books and all of that.
You can't hide it. I'm sorry. Because ebooks done fucked all y'all motherfuckers up. I'm sorry. Ebooks, the internet, we don't even have physical libraries no more. Everything you can find online.
Hey, so like I always say, man, that old line from Nas, man, you can try to suppress the truth, but you can never stop the sun from shining.
And that's a fact. And that's what's going on right now. And they scrambling. And I'm sorry, we just seeing it with all these different things, that the things that are being put in front of Congress right now. It's like, these are things that we would have never spoken about ever in the past. now it's like, oh, we don't want this in the history book. Oh, you know what? There's this inclusion situation and this equality or this diversion that we got to do. The DEI. That's what we bringing into it right now. But it's just so crazy because we didn't talk about this before. But man, fuck all that. We about to get up out of here. You already know it's your boy Prophet Pete. You can follow me. That's at PROFIT_radio_NY. You can find me on the ground. You can follow me on the book. You can follow me in your girl's house. You can follow me in your mama's house too.
You know what I'm saying? Call me anytime. Just don't call me late for dinner. And again, man, shout out to City, man, for chopping it up with us, man, and giving us a great interview. And you can also find your boy on the gram all the time. DJ Shawn Recognized, DJ SHAWNRECOGNIZE. You'll also hit your boy up on Twitter. The short version is DJ Shawn Rec, DJ SHAWNREC. But remember, only my friends can call me Rec, so you better recognize.
That's the fact, man. And we out of here. I don't even know where here we go.